Here's the starting group for Houston. Modiunas and Howard. Now here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Ariza's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Paul. Exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the 3. It's a pretty valuable commodity. Here's Howard, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Pulls it from the elbow. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Ban Mute.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
You know, you talk about Trevor Ariza last season. I mean, his field goal percentage dipped to 40. Mostly because he only took 3s, or so it appeared. It's hard to be efficient if you're only shooting 3s.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And Redick kicks to Jordan. Passes it to Redick. Clippers moving the ball around. And again, Chris Paul for 3. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
You guys, when you think about Trevor Ariza, he was signed by Houston last year to play defense. And did he deliver on that end? He was usually matched up against the opponent's best wing scorer, and he had the highest steals average of his career, almost 2 a game. Add to that, he is a knockdown shooter from beyond the arc.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Count the bucket. Modiunas has got his first basket.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Beverly wide open. The 3-pointer off the mark. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Redick passes to Griffin. And another 3 for the Clippers.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Rockets trail by 5. Beverly with the ball. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Redick dishes to Griffin. No luck, so Houston will take it the other way. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. The reward with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Rockets. And now the fast break, Griffin with the ball.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now, here is Harden. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Beasley kicks to Beverly. To the middle. From 12 feet out, and that is good.
They get by the Spurs in round 1 in a 7-game emotional series, and immediately have to go up against the Rockets in round 2.
Redick for 3, and that one's good. Redick's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Down low, here's Beverly. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And we all remember the Clippers would go up 3-1 against the Rockets. They had that 19-point lead in the fourth quarter of Game 6, but couldn't hold on to it and lose Game 7. And it was one of the biggest series collapses, really, in postseason history.
So for the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and Corey Brewer's subbed in for James Harden. And the wide open shot from Redick. Ariza with the rebound.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it, I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has. Well, it's definitely been a shootout. But the team that can start playing some defense might have an edge. They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Now here's Terry. There's the pick. Pass to Brewer. To the inside. Here's Beasley. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Here's Griffin. 7 points in the game. And he gets it to go.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now. Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And, Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Pushing their lead to double digits. Griffin's got 12.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Here's Brewer, and he banks in the layup. He's got 5.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Redick for 3. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And guys,
and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, leading by 14. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan. A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the Defensive Player of the Year, Clark, this past season. And the fact that he didn't win it looks like it'll keep him motivated.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I love the passion he plays with defensively. It seems like a burning fire in him, and Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. You've got to love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
Howard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Mbappe.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. He had a nice open look right there. Beasley's got 5 points so far.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor part as well. You know that you went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team, and of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned, leader and coach on the floor.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Michael Beasley.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
That's good. 8 points for Howard.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Los Angeles leading by 12. Here is Mbamute. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's McDaniels. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand. Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Beverly kicks to Moniunas. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. He kicks it to Beverly. He dishes it to McDaniels. Misses the three. Los Angeles leading by 15.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
There's a good screen. Kicks it to Harden. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Redick with the bucket.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Rockets trail by 17. Beverly the pass to Harden. Beverly against Paul. Now here's Beverly. Defense is right there. And good on the basket. Book it. 8 points for James Harden.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
For Houston, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. 1:58 left to play in the first half. Harden kicks to Moniunas. Mbamute with the steal. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Been a stellar outing in this one for Luke Mbamute. He's got 10 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but it just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Timeout called, the Rockets.
And for the Clippers and part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Terry dishes to Beasley. Back to Terry. Beasley sets a screen for Terry. And he uses the glass on the layup. Terry's got his first points of the game. Here's Paul. He's got 9.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
That's fine that time.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And there's the pass to Beasley. Capella kicks to Terry. Fires for 3, and another 3 for Houston.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Redick inside the line. Got a hand on it. Terry against Mba'amoute, and taken away by Paul. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Griffin with the ball.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Terry kicks to Brewer. Pulls up on the wing. The shot is off.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Clippers on top as they end the second quarter with a massive 16-7 run. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He ended up with 22 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he really just broke out the entire arsenal of post moves there in that first half.
And I think he might even have a few more tricks up his sleeve. I mean, he'll break them out as we start heading down the stretch. I'm sure of that.
Here's Paul. So on the floor for Houston. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Modiunas and Howard, the post pair. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. Beverly, the pass to Harden. Here's Howard, and it's blocked by Jordan. And it's slammed in by Howard. Los Angeles leading by 21. Paul outside, 3-pointer, scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues in interviews. He's engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Paul kicks to Jordan. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 8 points here for DeAndre Jordan.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Redick against Harden. Motiejunas has the open look. And another 3 for Houston.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Paul with the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half. You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Timeout called the Rockets. And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play. Remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first 2, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
Motiejunas dishes to Harden. Here's Howard. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Howard's got 12 points in the game.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Knocks it loose. Paul with the steal. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Beverly. Off on the layup.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Shot's good from Mbamute.
He is on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
Harden sets the pick for Beverly. At the elbow, Harden. Here's Howard. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Beverly against Redick. Motiejunas, soft touch off the glass. Motiejunas has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
And that one's good. And now 24 points for Blake Griffin.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Harden kicks to Beverly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Clippers have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. Got a piece of it. Motiejunas with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Redick against Beverly. Harden inside the three-point line. From the top of the key, he buries it. Harden's got 10 points. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Beverly against Paul, and the foul called on Blake Griffin.
That's his first personal foul.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Beasley comes in for Motiejunas. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Terry off the drive. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Houston shooting their first free throw of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
And Paul over to help. Capella, the pass to Brewer. And some nice passing there by Houston. Nice shot by Terry.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Brewer dishes to Harden. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Pass to Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Ball outside. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Houston's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbah a Moute in at the 3 slot. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, this is not about charity, folks. That's his 4th giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there.
And for Houston, they're shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. A nice shot by McDaniels.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Capella kicks to McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Rebound by the Clippers. Griffin's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here is Mbah a Moute. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Mbah a Moute's got 20.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And so he hits the technical free throw. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Knocked loose and taken away by Paul. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Here is Mbamute, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Terry kicks to Smith. Another miss by Houston.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And it's Capella missing. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
That's good. 10 points for Jason Terry.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. Pull-up jumper. It's deflected. Here's McDaniels, covered by Reddick, and he commits the intentional foul. Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets.
Checking in for the Rockets. Donatas Monteunus.
And it's Terry off the drive. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Mbamute. The Rockets pull it in.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
Paul with the 3. Here is Mbamute. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Not good shot selection, long range, and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Reddick. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And Paul over to help. Terry kicks to Monty Eunice. Feeds it to Brewer. Monty Eunice passes to Terry. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And he gets it to go.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
There's the pick. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Reddick inside the line. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand. I thought there was great energy in the building.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the